Apex is the largest, most complete Stegosaurus ever found. We have been working with Jason Cooper, who discovered, excavated, prepared, mounted, etc., this dinosaur since the day it was discovered. So something that's really special and unique about this is that we have been working with him since day one. Typically at an auction house, people come to you with the finished product. The Picasso painting comes already done. The book comes already printed back in 1784. But this was something where we were able to see the process from the discovery up until the installation here. And the reason why that's so important is that's how we're able to guarantee the authenticity of the animal, is actually seeing it come out of the ground, understanding how it was prepared, all of the processes undertaken to get it here, so that the buyers know that they're buying something that's truly authentic and important. It wasn't until February of this year that we had the complete picture of what we were really dealing with. We decided to start working together based on, faith that we would find something incredible. It might have just been a skull. We didn't know, but we just started going, and it's been the most incredible surprise to find out that actually, this is like the best one that's ever been found. They're awesome. I mean, who wouldn't be excited about these massive creatures? I think we've been talking about them forever. We've kind of built them into mythology, the concept of dragons and Godzilla. I mean, Godzilla is based on Stegosaurus. It's just a bipedal Stegosaurus, basically. It's just something that's really captured our imagination. And I think the fact that they're gone, they're completely gone. Our Earth was so wildly different, ruled by completely different creatures, and all we have left are kind of, the fossilized evidence of their existence. And I think it's also a really important reminder that the same thing could easily happen to us. And we're much smaller and more fragile than they are. These here are some of the dermal plates. Now these are 3D printed replicas. The originals we have in a case over to the side. They're so fragile, we didn't want to put them on the mount and risk breaking them. I mean, that's the kind of thing that you don't normally find. These are normally missing. Up here is a favorite detail. This is one of the tail chevrons. So if you look at the tail, those spikes underneath, this tells us that the animal died with the tail curled up under it. So it was in a death pose, like a dog or a coyote or any other animal that knows it's dying will kind of curl up on itself. And that's what this animal did too. Now this animal is huge, which tells us that it was of an advanced adult age. You've got the sacral bones are fused, which tells us that it had arthritis. There are no bite marks or any other signs of a battle, so it's likely that it just died of old age. We also have the skin impressions, which tells us that it was buried very quickly after death. Otherwise, the scavengers would have come and picked that flesh off the bones. And we've got ossicles. So if you think of medieval armor that knights wore, Stegosaurus had a similar thing around its neck. It's these very hard, bony circles covering the neck area to protect it in case an Allosaurus came along and tried to rip its throat out. It couldn't do it. So that's an amazing feature. There are lots of different pathologies on the bones. One of my favorite ones is, we'll come all the way around to this side here. This bubble in the bone here is very likely the result of vigorous mating. This is the pelvic area. What would happen is, they'd really get into it, they'd get an injury, that injury would get infected, the infection would spread to the bone, and it would cause this kind of bubble in the bone. So little details like that tell us a lot about this animal. It was around other Stegosauruses, it had a good relationship with other Stegosauruses, it lived a long life and likely died of old age.
Obviously today the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies. What can we expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alison Green, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
Start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. For the first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to Firstpost America. I'm Aaron Ham, coming to you live from the nation's capital.